My name is Ryan Blue Bowen, and I'm an arm wrestler. Why do I arm wrestle? Yeah. Arm wrestling for me was always a second chance. It was actually something that sort of came along out of the blue. When I was a kid, I tried to make it as a professional tennis player, and it was trying to fulfill a goal that was kind of a lifelong dream, just to be a professional sports person. And when I found arm wrestling, it was my second chance. I'd kind of previously already said goodbye to the hope of being a professional athlete and representing my country. And, albeit in an obscure sport like arm wrestling, it was something that I was incredibly grateful for, just to have that second opportunity to make it in a sport. So I've been arm wrestling now for just short of 5 years. It's been a very full-on 5 years. All 5 years have been with the constant goal of making it to the elite level of the sport. I've come with a different mindset. I didn't want to make the same mistakes that I made when I was a young teenager trying to make it in the sport of tennis. So I changed my attitude. I said there might be 1,000 losses between where I am now and me making it at the world level. And it really unlocked kind of my mental game. It gave me the ability not to care about losing. It got rid of performance anxiety, and I actually started to celebrate each loss as it happened, which is, I put that down as the big reason why I've had more progression in this sport than I have in other sports. I feel like I'm on a path that it feels inevitable. I've systematically ticked off a lot of the goals that I had in the early parts of the sport, and I've achieved the Australian champion, I've achieved Asia Pacific champion, and my next goal is world champion. So, and ultimately, I'd like to be remembered one day as one of the all-time greats within the sport. So, that doesn't come without its fair share of criticism along the way, of course. Having those sorts of goals, I've made them very public. I've always never shied away of telling people that these were my goals, and I've copped a lot of criticisms at all levels. When I first started in the sport, many Australian arm wrestlers didn't have much faith, and I got under the skin of a lot of people. When I say I got under the skin, it's always been something to me that it's always been incredibly important that you remain gracious and humble in the sport. Always been someone that is ready to congratulate my opponent at the drop of a heartbeat. If they're good enough to beat me, I'll be the first person to congratulate them. And sportsmanship means a lot to me. So, but I have been overly confident in the eyes of a lot of people, and I guess that comes with the territory. I've always been someone willing to back myself and trust the process. For me, it's just about reverse engineering what I need to do to be the best. I look at the guys that are at the level where I'm at now, and I reverse engineer what it is I believe I need to do to get to that point, and I go and do it. So, I know I ruffle a lot of feathers, and I guess I think I will all the way. But the thing about it is to me, I feel like it's inevitable. I have an eternal patience with this process because I love it so much. Being a professional sports person was something that I dreamed of as a kid, and being able to fulfill that in arm wrestling is awesome. Yeah, the other side of my life within the world of arm wrestling is that of promotion and business and trying to turn it into a career. I know that the community of arm wrestling is an incredibly unique community. It's the most welcoming community I've ever been involved in when it comes to sporting communities. And trying to turn such an obscure sport into a career, it's been attempted by plenty before us, and it hasn't really happened. The sport hasn't taken off. A few people have tried for the Olympics, doesn't happen. Professional leagues come and go. What I'm trying to do is not so much turn arm wrestling into a career within the organic sort of, or the native arm wrestling itself. What I'm trying to do is just create a form of entertainment. I'm trying to bring arm wrestling to the rest of the world, and trying to do that through the likes of social media, and just by dedicating my own time and energy, just trying to get it out to my local area and just grow the sport and the subsequent opportunities that come with that. But look, there is no better career that I can imagine than being able to be a professional arm wrestler. And if that means for me to achieve that in this day and age, if that means that I need to put videos out there and run events and run club training, then that's an easy thing to do. I love it. So arm wrestling to me means a lot. It's like I said, it's been a second chance at a childhood fulfillment of a childhood dream. So arm wrestling means a lot. I'm truly grateful that the sport exists, and it's awesome that the sport accommodates such athletes all the way up until their 70s and 80s. So I look forward to having a lifelong experience in the sport of arm wrestling, and hopefully I can tick off the goals and be one of the all-time greats by the end of it.